Moses at the UCL, which is, how long have you been going there for?
We started at 12:30 yesterday, so we stayed overnight and planning to stay again this night, hopefully indefinitely.
And of course, this occupation is against the we're in a big hall at the moment. I would say there's probably about 100 people here so far. Banners are all around. You put back our education, we go into occupation, that's quite catchy.
Quite dirty.
Stop the cook, defend education, save UCL. It all seems terribly well organised. How did you manage it?
I'm not quite sure myself, to be honest. I mean, there was a sort of small team that managed to think about the logistics of how we would sort of take over a space. And ever since then, it's been really impressive. You know, we've got all these sort of great minds that have just come together in one room. We've all got this shared project, which is to build the occupation, and people have just made things happen as a result of that. It just grows exponentially, and it's a really, like, as you can see, there's quite a nice atmosphere here. People are just chilling out, and but also controlling the media and this sort of stuff as well. So kind of good mixture of formality and informality.
Has the university itself, the establishment, the man, been like supportive of what you're doing, or have they been? There wasn't like rows of police vans outside. I can't see any sort of discarded fire extinguishers, so it all seems rather peaceful and rather supportive.
Yes, well, yesterday for the National Day of Action, they were aware that something was probably going to happen, as it was across university campuses across the country, and with the school kids working out and so on. So there's a huge security presence. I mean, there were men, private security guards on every single door, trying to look intimidating and trying to sort of scare down the protesters. But realistically, 300 people gathered. They said, actually, no, we're not going to let you intimidate us. It's not a protest.
Basically, I was wearing the two poles.
Stay to sit in and help us vote. Whether it's going to occupation, but obviously, we've been here ever since. And then ever since that moment, things have kind of softened up a bit. You know, we've negotiated access, we've bring the tea, we have a chat with them, that kind of thing. So it's got a bit sort of, it's not as frosty as it was.
So what actually are your demands?
There's kind of two stages really. The first is local demands, noting UCL management's complicity really, and agitating for the reforms that we're seeing the coalition government trying to implement without any real basis. I mean, the students are against it, the staff are against it, we've got policy now like UCL and UCU, so the Lecturers Union, and also UCL, so that's the students here. So we're asking Malcolm Grant to issue a statement of some description coming out against the proposed reforms, and also kind of more niche things that we've been campaigning for a long time. Like recently we won a long campaign to get the London Living Wage introduced for cleaning staff here at UCL. Now Malcolm Grant sort of conceded on that eventually, and said he wouldn't be able to take London until the contracts were going to be renewed in sort of 2 years' time or something. We said that's not acceptable, that's not how other universities in London have done it. They implemented it straight away, so we demand that's happening now. And then there's the national demands, of course, which is part of a broader sensitive crisis that you can see, particularly focusing on the Liberal Democrats within the coalition. So you have no basis to make these reforms, it's not influences the marketplaces, and if you try to implement them, then we will prevent you.
Are you expecting any success? Do you anticipate success, or would it be nice if it happened? How long can you stand for? If they hold tight, if they stand firm, how long will you stick it out on here?
As long as it takes, really. I mean, obviously there's a certain human capacity, and you sort of felt that actually by now things would have died down, but it seems to be the opposite actually, that people are getting really interested in what's going on. You know, people are bringing more sleeping bags and more blankets to stay, so I really don't know how. I mean, we're seeing a real shift in what activism means for students, and I think that was triggered over these reforms actually, and they're becoming a kind of a vanguard for the broader resistance paths they're going to follow, so it's actually quite heartening.
I imagine so at some point people are going to have like dissertations there.
Yeah, well, as you can see, there's people working in this space. I mean, it's kind of, slightly noisy perhaps, so we've got a quiet room over there dedicated to study space between 7 hours, another one over there, and also the library is just next door, so people can pop in, do their work, go to a lecture, and come back in the afternoon and in the evening whenever they got some spare time.
So I'm impressed it's all rather communal, and there's quite a nice atmosphere from what I can gather. Has there been any difficulty at all, or have many other students come along and said what you're doing is rubbish?
You get the odd guy who's come along and said, oh, I don't agree with this, sweaty lefties, but actually when you look around, I mean, this isn't just a demographic of sort of typical activist, hippie types, this is a real broad section of the student community. And as I said, UCL has policy fighting for free education, opposing the cuts, opposing the program review. So actually this is representative of the student community.
what actually is the making? I mean, I imagine this is a mostly lefty thing. Have the socialists jumped on the bandwagon as these sort of things?
Not really at all. I mean, you got the orientated stuff around, but really I would say that it's dominated. I mean, UCL, even within its activist community, is known for being quite independent, non-partisan. There's no real sort of socialist worker party presence. There's not really a kind of Trotskyist feel, as you can see. That shows in the ambience of it. There's no sort of aggressive militancy, kind of thing. So it's actually quite nice. So there's people from kind of Labour and more sort of established societies that turned up and shown the support.
And everyone here is actually a student. One of the criticisms of the big march the other week was that a lot of the people being arseholes were not students.
Everyone here is students, staff, or at least kind of concerned with life. It's not really like there's sort of outsiders that are swept into sort of hijack the organisation. We've got our own security as well, making sure that that person doesn't look like they're quite have anything real and legitimately to do with this protest. Then kept an eye on, so to speak. So we haven't really had the problem.
Okay, so last question then. If this is going to keep going on for a while, do you think eventually you're going to have to start paying for things, maybe say charging a fee to everyone who attends the occupation, and maybe they can pay back after they graduate? Do you think that could be a financial model?
I don't think that will be a model that we've been working with, and actually one of the nice things is we've been getting vast numbers of donations. We just received £110 from journalists at the Financial Times who are in support of us. Even the estate facilities people brought us a load of food. The UCU have been bringing us food and supplies and that kind of thing, money for principal. So actually this is quite a good autonomous model where just through people's own pleasure and own protest, we've actually been quite productive sort of stuff.
Jonathan Moses, thank you very much. This has been James O'Malley for the Pod Delusion.